We've got the race underway, a little bit by surprise. Did you call them up there, Sue? Okay, away and running. Okay, we have Chanel and Sam Gallagher. Chanel Freeman qualified 15.5, Sam with 15.9. So this one, qualifying time to Chanel. Sam sitting hard on Chanel's wheel. Sam on the green Devere and Chanel on a dark carbon Devere. Sam under 15. Chanel also under 15 riders, so you can see the two riders riding roughly the same cadence at roughly the same speed because they're on roughly the same gear. So this should be a nice even contest. Sam at the moment content just to sit on Chanel's wheel, and she's content just to ride fairly slow tempo, waiting and watching. One of the important skills for a sprinter is being able to ride watching behind. There goes the bell, and Sam makes the move around the outside. Chanel immediately responding on the inside, but Sam's jumped around her. And if he drops down into the lane, Chanel's best chance is to get up onto his wheel and use the draft. Sam staying high, not getting into the lane now. He drops down into the lane, Chanel chasing hard. Again, remember that Chanel qualified a little bit faster than Sam here, but Sam's jumped away. And Chanel with a little bit of work to do to catch up the finishing straight. Sam digging hard. It looks like he's going to take this one out. Michelle at the moment content just to sit and close draft in her blind spot down the back straight. We need our B graders, please, to be getting themselves down to the rail, please, and A graders getting ready. As Michelle just gets a little bit of height, but not much, drops back down onto the wheel. 1.5 laps to go. It's about 450, 500 metres. This track being the rather unusual 307 metres around. Michelle starting to wind it up around the outside. Chloe immediately responds and holds the inside lane. The two riders very, very close in qualifying, so Chloe's going to need to occupy the lane and own it. But Michelle drops down into the lane. Chloe now with the advantage of the slipstream up the back straight and a nice bit of racing distance if she has the speed to catch up. But Michelle accelerating. Chloe chasing hard down the back straight, but she looks like she might be a little bit under geared. She's looking down at her feet for some reason. Must be something down there. And Michelle's jumped well clear at this point. And Chloe chasing hard, but not going to make it on him yesterday. So he'd be a little bit tired. Tilly with the benefit of a bit more freshness. She did qualify a little bit more slowly than Paul did, but again, today's qualifying times, very difficult to draw any conclusions from because they were so affected by wind. So Tilly sitting comfortably just up on the hip of Paul. Tilly drops under. There's a bit of a surge, a bit of a go. Not fully committed to a sprint at this point, but certainly picking the pace up. And Paul wouldn't have been expecting that. But again, he rode some pursuits yesterday, he might be tired. And that might be what Tilly's gambling on. And also gambling on the ability that Paul may or may not be terribly good at passing. Paul's now getting himself up onto Tilly's wheel. And can Tilly's second kid can hold him off. Paul now tries to step up around the outside. And he's getting himself up onto Tilly's hip, but Tilly's got the advantage of the inside running around the bend. Paul with a little bit too much speed as he comes around the outside. Tilly keeps it nice and tidy in the lane, but Paul going to be a little bit too quick for Tilly. She did a good effort. She set line and the race is live. I'm told she stole that BT. Bruce Dad informing me that no, he stole the BT from Brett at the end of today's racing. You won't have it anymore. It's black. We don't like it anyway. And Ben makes a move with a lap and a half to go. Accelerates hard. Britt responds. And she's given herself about 7 or 8 metres distance. And we need our B graders to the chute. And A graders getting ready. Britt waiting patiently with a bit of racing distance this time. She may have learned a lesson. Waiting patiently. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see the move down the back straight as she runs into the slipstream late and comes straight past Ben. A little bit too much speed, and that's how to use the draft to your advantage, especially into a monster headwind, which is what we're facing now. And Britt, in the end, takes that one fairly comfortably. We'll see what happens in this one. Hostilities commence. A graders need to be down in the chute, please. A graders. Luke, this means you too.
Bye, James.
Thank you.
See ya.
So John doing a very good job of watching David very carefully. He knows David's go-to move. He's that early attack, and it looks like he's doing it again. John just holding him up this time, keeping him on the hip, not letting him own the lane, and keeping it very much under control. John with a very nice piece there of controlling David as he made the move. David's still driving the tempo and John having to respond to it, so he's having to work hard. But John's done a very nice job there of just keeping David up, controlling the tempo and then dropping down in the lane at his own leisure. David chasing hard, but John looks like he's opened up a pretty commanding gap. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was a really good example of how to control a race when a jump's made and keeping position on the track. David's still working hard trying to make the catch. Curry's got the lead and a big tear in his skin suit. Looks like he's binned it at some point. Pace comes right down. It looks like Curry wants Hasselhoff to let it out, or at least to try and make it short and sharp. But we'll see, he could be bluffing. That cold wind starts to bite. It feels like winter. Maybe I should have worn trousers. Anyway. Curry holding Hasselhoff up high. Hasselhoff made that bicycle out of matchsticks and some chewing gum and some other parts he found in the shed. He used to have a car called Kit. Moves up just a little bit on the outside of Curry. Curry gets him back on the hip, gets him back under control. Position you never want to be in is coming around the bend with the other rider above you and parallel to you, because they're actually going quicker than you are and they have the advantage of height. So they've got height and speed. And it's deceptive because it doesn't look like it until you come out of the bend. And then over here, all of a sudden you find out that the other rider's got significantly more speed than you had and you haven't noticed. Doesn't work quite so well here at Blackburn than it does at somewhere like this. With Curry not giving Hasselhoff much room at all still to move. He has to give him enough room to get past him if he wants, but David doesn't help here, they're both David. Hasselhoff content at the moment still to wait, doesn't look particularly disturbed by the situation. Again, the two riders quite separate in qualifying to Hasselhoff's favour. Hasselhoff makes the move, Curry has to respond. And who's going to win the jump here? Hasselhoff has got kicked clear and got himself down into the lane, Curry chasing hard. And he's got enough distance to run to the back wheel if he can, but is David going to lift through turn 4? And he does. And David in the end sits up and cruises over the line. Yeah. Now it started. But Dino won't be worried about Sam leaning on him because he'll just lean back and he's a bit heavier. And you'll see there a little bit of leaning. Young man, I weigh more than you. Now that can be an advantage and a disadvantage because it means the lighter guy has better acceleration, and there goes Sam. He's made that move. And Dino with a lot of work to chase, he's got a lap and a half to do. Sam's kicked well clear, and again these two riders qualified at roughly the same speed. So Dino's going to have to chase pretty hard if he's going to catch Sam. If he can get up into the draft, he's got a chance. 307 metres to go as they come around the bend. Dino just starting to pick up the pace now as he gets into Sam's draft and runs at his back wheel. Sam's still messy through the bends, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time as Dino comes past. He'll need to give him a bit of room. And Dino makes the pass coming through turn 4 and winds it around. And in the end, good ride there from Sam. And Ben with the lead out, they cross the start line, things alive. Very close together, very slow, but still legal just, I think. It's Sue's call, not mine. Looks like David doesn't want to leave it out. Neither does Ben. Last of our radiators all down in the middle, thank you very much. Sweet get. Oh, we've got a name for Chloe. Cyclone Chloe. Chloe, what do you reckon? Cyclone Chloe, will that do? Happy with that? Cyclone Chloe? Yeah. Got your nickname. Cyclone Chloe today, that's for sure. As Ben and David continue their little tussle. Ben holding David up nice and high. David just rolling off the bank. And again, even here at Blackburn, you can see you just get that little bit of extra speed from being a little bit higher up. Doesn't make a lot of difference, but it can make enough. It'll be very interesting to see how this pans out when the move gets made. Who has the advantage of the greater acceleration? Ben, very strong and powerful, but still not very experienced at actual live racing. David's done heaps of these. Ben not giving David much room. David makes the move, kicks hard. David pounces straight onto his wheel. Now watch and see what David does as he comes through the bend. He's giving himself a bit of distance. And will he make a run at Ben? Up the back straight. Ben kicks out of the saddle for a second kick. David doing the same as he runs at the back wheel. Coming into turn 3, can Ben hold it nice and tight? He drifts a little bit up out of the lane. Makes David go a little bit further around him, but it's going to be pretty close to the line. And white skin suit. Luke in the yellow and greeny blue sleeved Harding Cycles. With a bit of white on it as well. Luke just moving up, forcing Connor to respond to the pace, wants just a little bit faster than that. Again, Connor under 17, so he's under restricted jamming. Luke can ride whatever he wants. Being a senior, if he wants 120 inches, he's welcome to try and push it. As they come into 3, the pace just starting to pick up a little bit. Luke forcing Connor to respond, making sure that he keeps the tempo up at the speed that he wants, which is going to take the jump out of the equation a little bit. They come now out of 4. Connor holding Luke up, both riders accelerating, neither committed yet. A little bit of a faux jump. Connor drops down into the lane, Luke holding a bit of height. They're playing chicken, who's going to make it? Luke makes the move, Connor has to respond. Luke's done at this wheel and straight past. Great little surprise move there by Luke Daly. He's done that very nicely indeed. Caught Connor napping a little bit, and we're 200 metres to go. That's a pretty unforgiving time to make a mistake like that. Luke crosses the line on the white Avanti with the red helmet. So that's how we can tell them apart. If you look at Kelly's got different wheel nuts and grey shoes, not white shoes. This is the last of our Heat 2 rounds. Big thank you to Jody Dundas up there on the video camera. And of course to Jane sitting in the club rooms doing the job of all the scoring, which is, you don't get to see much. We need a live camera link or something like that. Kel leading out Jared at the moment. Jared content to sit about 2 metres off his back, giving himself a nice bit of racing distance. Gives him room to make a move if he wants to. He can see everything and still keep Kel guessing, and he makes a bit of a move down the inside, straight down into the lane coming out of 4. Now he commits to the move, and he's got to stay up. He's not in the lane, so he can stay up. Now he drops down in the lane, he's committed, he's not allowed to come out of it. Kel with a sit on the wheel. Jared a little bit messy, but I don't think that makes too much difference at this point. Kel now with a good run at the slipstream. Jared coming around through the bend. Kel not yet able to get up onto his hip as they come out of turn 4. Jared still driving hard for the line, but Kel chasing hard. And